Hello, everybody, and welcome.
Hey, hello. It's Monday night, and it is start of your week, and hopefully it has been a good week for you.
Yes, definitely.
It has been only started.
Oh my God, that sounds so chi, I guess is the word for it. Very calm, very collected, very cool. It is great to have all you guys in here. Thank you so much for coming. Hope you had a fantastic day, a fantastic evening, and great to have you all in here. There we go. That's better. Now we got ourselves some sound. For us as well, our headphones were down really low. Hope you guys are doing well today. What's all new with you guys? Have you had a good one? Has YouTube been good to you? Has life been good to you? Hey, never be shy to let us know in the chat. It's a pleasure to see each and every one of you in here. And man, do we have a guest for you guys tonight, if I may say so myself.
Yes, who do we have tonight?
Oh, you love doing that 70s stuff. I love it.
I like those shows.
Yeah, you do. I always tease Xenia. It's like those old things like with Bing Crosby and David Bowie and that. Oh my, David Bowie's at our door. What is he doing here? Great to see you. Well, guys, with that great introduction, we have an amazing guy on tonight. The guru of drones, Ken Heron, is joining us, guys. Long overdue, and this is going to be awesome. Can't wait to have him on. Can't wait to pick his brain. But if you're not into drones, guess what? You're on YouTube. Most likely somebody's thought about a drone, looked at a drone at some point on their career path in here or in life. Also, guys, photography in general. He's been into it for years. Ton of information, a ton of wealth. Another one of those people that, you know what, usually to get that kind of information, you got to go to the private seminars to get. So it is going to be an amazing time tonight. And plus, we'll get to learn, if you already know him, we're going to get to learn a little bit more about the man as well. What he does, YouTube principling on here and everything. There he is right there, guys. So he's going to be joining us in just a little bit. So in the meantime, guys, if you can help us out, hit the like button, tweet it out, tell friends. Get it over top the hilltops, guys. All you drone guys, I'm going to use all your metaphors tonight. That's right. Whoop them on out there. And I wish I knew more.
Sliding on in.
Oh my God, I don't think they use that one a lot. I mean, I'm sure they're not against it, but I'm sure, oh my God. We're off to a flying start tonight, folks. That's right. The camera is driving me crazy. I don't know what is going on.
Well, this is what happens when you go alone live, you know? You're all centered on yourself, and then there's no space left for me anymore when we go both of us.
That's right. It's all about me.
Okay, guys. Well, share it out, especially if you're drone people on. But as always, each and every one of our interviews here, yes, it's in part of the niche that the creator or creative is representing, but also in the other part is it about journey on YouTube or journey of being creative. It doesn't matter what niche you're in. YouTube is YouTube. We do have the same principles all across the categories, and video editing, you know, and putting ourselves out there. That's all common among us. So no matter what the niche is, it is still a very smart to listen to people who have been here
That's
for
right.
years, and have been building their audience and growing exponentially. Our guest here is nearing their 90K.
That's right.
So that is really amazing. And yes, he has been 35 years photographer, also a real estate photographer now with his drone. He also have had a TV show, a little comedy skit a couple of years ago, which I want to talk about. So yeah, it's not just about drones, but all about YouTube comedy, lifestyle, and all the personality that Ken Heron is.
That's where we get to pick up all those extra things, guys, to learn how to be better YouTubers on here.
Oh yeah.
No matter what niche you're into, that's a learning night as well as entertainment. And what we like about him a lot, and we have taken a little bits and pieces, I'd say, from his character, and what we do as well, is that trying to bring humor and education together to make it as funny and not taken overly seriously about yourself. You can bring some serious stuff to YouTube, and hopefully people will pick it up along the way. So that's kind of the philosophy that we like to try and build on to, and I think we can safely say we've gotten some of that from Ken Heron, as well as Tony and Chelsea and a few others. So it is a real pleasure to have him on here tonight. It's going to be awesome. So it's great to have you all in here. Guys, let's get them in here. Let's hit the like button. Let's tweet it out. Let's tell friends, guys. You guys got fast connection to a lot of friends that we don't. I'm sure will love to be here. Let them know we're going on, guys. It makes a huge difference.
Don't hold it a secret.
No, God, no.
Hello, and each and every one of you, we're going to say hi as always in
Yes.
our little mini housekeeping here, as always, in our annual daily roll call.
There's John DiNardo, who I've had the luxury of calling the other day because he has his garage number behind him when he's on Canadian Drone Hub all the time. So that was a bucket list covered on that one. So.
Speaking about Canadian Drone Hub, they're in the house as well.
Hey, I got to say a great big thank you to Canadian Drone Hub, who got me into drones literally in the end, but starting by hanging around their channel, and then to their kind generosity, ended up with Paul and Michael of Philly Drone Life, Val and Furball Kim, namely, all got together and got me a DJI Spark. So yeah, they started off baiting the hook, if you will, into drones for me, and then of course taking it to the next step by actually getting me one. So it is an honor and privilege to have them in here tonight. Silver giveaways. I had such a great time in your live stream. Thank you so much. The other night had an awesome time. Thank you so much for having me. Really do appreciate. Yes, I'm sure it is like with Ken Heron. We have no worries, guys. It's gonna be entertaining, fun. You guys can get your questions in and stuff like that. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah, Destination Chronicles. Andrew is a junkie. There you go. You go.
You know what? We have
Thank you,
become
Drone.
a drone family now, thanks to Canadian Drone Hub and Paul Murray and the team. There's going to be lots of questions from us and personally me as well. You know, I have some of you have heard this story already, but in short, I'm just going to tell you that my only and first and only experience with drone was when our son got it for Christmas, and he decided that, you know what, mommy, you want to try it to fly? And it was winter, you know, and it was interesting, you know, why not? I never have flown a drone. So we went outside and he gave me the controls. I pressed some buttons that I didn't know what they do. It flew up and then it came down in pieces, million pieces. That was the first and the last time I've ever touched anything connected with drones. So I would like to know how to fly it without crashing. That's my question.
Isn't that a great story, folks? Isn't that a great story?
Yeah.
Only the mother would tell that story to everybody. But you know what?
Well,
it's a story.
You
Let's
know,
just go
our
with
son
that.
still remembers that that happened a couple of years ago, and he still reminds me that. So I'm sure that was quite traumatic experience. Because he haven't flown it yet. So literally it was out of the box and in pieces. But yeah. So this is how much I know about drones. So if you worry that you don't know anything about drones and this is not something for you, believe me, I'm so far into drones as it possibly could be. But I am eager to know more, not just about drones, but in general about being creative and YouTuber as well.
Most definitely. Sorry, I'm just closing this up. I thought you were still going on with your story for a little bit, so I thought I had time to check all that. Well, guys, it's great to have you all in here once again. I'm just about to call her his name out, say a great big hello to you. If in the meantime, guys, if you can hit the like button, tweet out, tell friends, that would be absolutely awesome. It really does make a difference, not just in our live stream, guys, but any live stream you attend. It really does help out the hosts and the people in the chat and the guests for tonight, of course, very, very much. So many great channels in here, guys. You guys are such a great snapshot of what YouTube is all about. We've got channels from everywhere, all walks, guys, in here, and you're going to get some really great information. Like I say, guys, anytime, especially we get a seasoned channel on like this, it's a great place to get those tips that usually you'd have to pay to get, so they're giving away for free. Crazy Ann, aw, thank you so very much. All the way,
thank you so much. And Alex Press, great drone story. Well, thank you. I see Playworthy had their drone landing in an aquarium for the first flight. So that's,
oh my God.
I like that one too,
Wow.
guys. Share the stories. Put it in the chat. What funny stories you had with flying the drone? Where did it land? How did it crash? What was your first experience? Maybe not the first one, but the funny one. Put it in the chat. Yeah, I think it's always has some stories. If you have a drone, you have a story. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming in here. We are going to be calling each and every one of you, as always, just in a little bit. And, of course, hashtag Blue Ranch Group selfies, as always. Yesterday, we were swamped by...
Oh, my God, it's crazy.
Oh, my God, there were so many selfies on Twitter. It was so amazing to see all of you, and I hope you can join in the fun today as well. Hashtag Blue Ranch Group on Twitter.
It's a great place to be seen, guys. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Get your channel message out there. There's the link. Selfie of you watching us. You can't do that. No problem. A selfie of you. Got merch or anything? Throw it on first. Take a picture of that. Get it up there. There's a link. Just please use the hashtag Blue Wrench Group so us and everybody can find you. Oz by drone. Wife flew a drone this week live on my show. Drone was in another country. What? Drone was in another country. She freaked out when she saw a cell tower in front of her. Oh my God. Wow.
Oh, wow.
That's a story and a half. That's amazing.
Down the rabbit hole travel. Hello.
Marty, how are you tonight? Great to see you.
Down the rabbit hole travel also has a drone, I think. If I'm correct. Correct me if I'm wrong, Marty. Scratchaholic, I flew it into the tree and took my shoe off and threw it up there. And my wife was there trying to help hit the drone, and the drone fell on her. Oh, my God.
That would be an amazing time. That would be something great to catch. Oh, my God. Killshot plays. Hey, everyone. Doing hi. Push to his story. I haven't been on much. Hey, don't worry about that. You know how it goes. You never have to apologize. Anytime I can get here was a great time to show up, so I have no fears.
And I see Brent Ariel says, my drone has a magnetic attraction to wires. Ken Heron has shown my escapades on his show. Wow, well, that is awesome. Yes. I tried my drone today, Marty says, but it was too windy. It was the first time in 2019. That is awesome.
Well, more to come. Yeah, it has been so windy pretty much across Canada, United States. Most places are hearing the same thing. It's just that time of year. I guess the cleansing winds are out. So
yes, but in fact today it was one of the nicest, and I think the first nice day in Montreal here in Quebec. It was really nice, although it was windy, and it looks like it's gonna storm later on. It was very nice. It was plus 23. Finally, flip-flop weather finally came at the end of May.
Princess Bloom, I never touched a drone, but my uncle's drone did get caught in my cousin's long hair.
Oh, that's worse than a bat in hair. Oh my God. These are the stories why I don't drone. Yes, Destination Chronicles. I know. Everybody who has ever had a drone has a story about something going wrong.
Exactly.
And yes, it's funny to tell it, but you know what? It sometimes gets dangerous. This is amazing. Thank you guys so much for sharing it. I hope you can keep sharing these stories in the chat and chat about that. This is what it's all for. Put it in the chat.
Exactly, guys. Mingle away. Always remember, and if you get to meet somebody that's great, just keep it above the belt, please. No asking for subscribers, no goals. And we usually say we don't do goals unless you're like 20 away from 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Except, guys, on interview night when our guest is on, that we don't do them. That's in respect for the guest. But we're very proud for you. We can mention it after it's done. Oh, my God, Paul. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Paul. I even have all my cards hidden for tonight, so I can't bring out your book.
No. We gotta behave, okay, guys? We gotta behave here. Thank you so much, Paul Murray. Yes, very much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Paul. You're awesome. Thank you so very much. Brand Ariel says the scariest flight was Saturday for a drone flight reviewer. I passed, and we're so proud of you, Gary. Congratulations to you, Brand Ariels, for passing your advanced exam.
Yeah, yesterday he was showing his certificate on our selfies as well, which is awesome. Oh, Marty is teasing me with some Hungarian soup. Well, thank you. Yes, 21 hours away from 4,000 hours for Oz by drone. Well, that's nothing. That's nothing. You're going to get there in no time. Yeah, exactly. Congrats, by the way.
Let me see something before I say it.
Philly Drone
Philly.
Life. Love you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Philly Drone Life. If you remember, Philly Drone Life was twice.
Yes.
Which doesn't happen too often when somebody's twice on our show. He was twice on our show. Once was Tuesday Tech Talk, which was very emotional, amazing. And the link is up above. And the other one was tutorial on how to optimize your channel. So go check that out.
Great life story. Great guy. Thank you so much, Philly. We do appreciate that. That's very, very kind of you. Thank you so much. If it makes you feel better, Cindy, I totally brutalized a Hungarian green bean soup last night. It was awful.
Oh, I have it hard to believe, but okay. Okay, I feel a bit better about the tomato soup. It looks really good. Ben's at school. Hello, how are you doing? Well, how about we say hi to everyone that is coming here.
That's right.
And guys, it's your clue or cue to say hi in the chat. And also share it out. Click the like button, subscribe if you're new, and put that selfie out there while Andrew's calling out your name.
Alrighty, guys, it's time to say hello to each and every one of you guys. We always do it arena style. There we go, because you guys are. Well, tonight the guest is the big star of the show, but you guys are always the stars of the show every night on here. I want to say a great big hello to you, Drone, in the house. We got Triggerly here. We got Twosome Discoveries. We got Tokumba Latona TV. We got the Jedi Balloon Master. We got Skylar Roundtree in the house, folks, as well as Silver Giveaways. We got Scratchaholic 777. We got Salvatore Vinciguerra in the house. We got Ruby's Gaming, Pure Austrianson. I'm always wondering if I did that right. Proster X Gamer is in the house. Great to see you. As well as Princess Bloom. Philly Drone Life. Michael is in the house, folks, as well as Paul Murray. We got Oz by Drone in here. We got Mysterious Shadow, and we got Monique Alicia in the house. We got Lady Oplet in the house. We got Killshot Plays. We got Kids Connection, as well as JT Coins Rings. We got John Coopy in the house. How are you, John? Hope all is well. We got Jules777. We got Helen Casey in here tonight, as well as Great Grandma's Greenhouse. We got Grant McIntosh. How you doing, my friend? We got Jolly's Journeys. We got Fast Stop KC, gas station videos as well. We got Everything Spicy and EPR FPV. We got Marty Down the Rabbit Hole Travel. Guys, she was our very first interview we ever did last year. Marty from Down the Rabbit Hole Travel. We got Destinations Chronicles in the house. We got Crazy Ann in here, guys. And we have Coffee Music, as well as Canadian Drone Hub. Roger, how you doing, my friend? We got Broken Wolf. We got Brent Aerials. We got Ben's Is Cool. And we have Alex Express 3, as well as Alex, the Blue Man Reviewer and Gamer. A great big welcome to each and every one of you guys. I know we missed some. I didn't have them all. So please just say hi and highlight our name. Like Sherry Price, how you doing? Hope you're having a fantastic night. Who else am I missing?
Junk Pick is here as well. Eduardo Disla, hello. And welcome here. Large OP, hello back. And welcome back here. Atlantis Paranormal is here. Pure Extension. That is awesome. Sky Pilot is here. You're not late. We're just starting.
Most definitely.
You're right on time. Just Living is here as well. Hello, everybody. Helicopter. Out flying drones right now. Well, that is awesome. That is awesome. And Terrell's artwork is putting amazing artwork in the chat there. Thank you so much. Nick Sarcy, hello. Silver Giveaway is still here. John Patrick, hello. How are you doing? And welcome to our channel too. Well, say hi if we missed you, and hello to all of those who are just listening or watching us. Hope you enjoy our interview night tonight. JJ Coin Rings is here, and Coffee Outdoors. Twosome Discoveries here, and Jilly TV. Hello, everyone. Well, I hope that you have clicked that like button, subscribed. Make sure that you're still subscribed if you think you already did that. And let's share it out. And that's what I'm doing right now. Share. Discord, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook groups, wherever you know. Share it out. It's free. That's the best thing you can do for us, is to share our work out there and let other people know. So thank you so much if you have done already, and thank you if you're doing it right now.
There we go, guys. So don't forget about your selfies too. There's a link for Twitter. I'm just putting that in again right now. A selfie of you watching us. You can't do that. A selfie of you. I got merch and all this stuff, guys. Feel free to show there. It's a great place to promote, get seen. Use the Twitter link, but please also make sure you use the included hashtag Blue Wrench Group so us and everybody can find you. It's a great place, guys. Always remember, as I just said a minute ago, don't put all your eggs in one basket, guys. It is important to get out there and to get seen. So.
It is Leonard Shea. Happy May 24 weekend holiday. Yes, it's Queen Victoria's birthday on 24th. Although the weekend is now. Who knows? We do have a long weekend today, so happy weekend to you as well. Hope it was great. Terra Firma is here. Hello. How are you doing? And yes, call-up videos. Thank you so much for reminding me. Although you didn't, but I see your post. Down the Rabbit Hole Travel is looking for videos. If you're safe to travel, she's doing a call-up video. Go check out her latest video. It talks exactly about it. How to bring yourself into the call-up video. How to do it. Down the Rabbit Hole Travel. Check her out.
Alrighty, there we go. Now we can take off the echo, guys. So in a few minutes, guys, we're setting off the link for our guest this evening to join us. So this is a great time, like I said, to get to meet each other, but also please, as Xavier said, hit the like button, tweet it out, tell friends, and also if you're new here and you like what we're doing, hope you can hit the subscribe button and see all that we have going on. There'll be no wheel tonight, not on guest night. Sorry about that.
Yeah, next one is on Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern.
That's right. You can find our full schedule. It's on our About section. Just go over to our About and scroll down just a little ways, and you'll see it right there. There you go. We have it broken up. We have changed. Anybody's been following us for a while. We are now officially Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern, which has been working out really nice.
Yep.
It's a lot better that way for us with family and to spend time with you guys in that as well. So mostly every night at 7 p.m. Eastern except for Thursday and Friday, where we have our wheel at 1 p.m. Eastern and then our Creators Therapy, which is great. It's a hodgepodge of everything. The wheel does make appearance a little bit, plus some talking and chatting. Everything goes type of night. So definitely hope you guys can check us out for more of those as well. We also have some really great guests. It's not just tonight, but to come. We have some more before we close up the season on interviews. So definitely make sure to keep tuned in and see what else is going on. So, and as always, guys, there's a great group of people in the chat. We're at 71 and climbing, guys. Hit the like button, tweet it out, tell friends, all the good stuff. Let's get that momentum going, guys. You guys know a lot more people than we do, and together we can do amazing things. Let's get him in for our guest, guys. He is an amazing guy, a great channel, and something to anybody out there, whether you're interested in a drone, been using one for years, thinking of getting one, whatever the case, he has a wealth of information. YouTube, especially right there and then, guys. These are the type of things that people pay to go and sit into, and he's giving it for free tonight just to sit down with us. So we're so thankful for his time. Let's get as many people in here as possible. So there is Droning About Northwest. How are you, Russ? Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for the info today as well in that. Today is where Canada is part of the Commonwealth, so it's the Queen's birthday, or there's some, I don't know, some name for here in Quebec, something about Patriots, I forget. Anyways, that's going on today. It's a day off. There you go. Exactly. So, So, yeah, either way, so we were spending some with the kids. It was nice to be out today with them and that.
Well, Destination Chronicle says, I want a drone. I'm not sure that the drone wants me. I think after tonight's live stream and interview with Ken Heron, you're going to want a drone for yourself as well. And I think the drone is going to want you to do. It seems like it's something really fun. And I am almost itching to try it too. But First, I gotta know how to fly it safely without crashing it. Because otherwise my husband is just not gonna give me an option of having to fly it. That and more today with Ken Heron on this interview. Share it out in the meantime. Click that like button down the rabbit hole. Thank you so much. Spirit Rocks Paranormal. Hello, how are you doing here? Ken is quite an entertainer. Yes, that's right. It is much more than he is a drone expert, but he's much more than that. And
but that's what makes him such a good teacher, is that balance. That's the thing. People learn best when they don't realize they're learning, and that's not everybody can pull that off. And that's why I like what he does so much. There's lots of very talented people that do stuff, but there's sometimes those ones that really stand out, and it's because he's found that way that he can welcome in somebody who's just interested into it or the very advanced, and it's his humor and his engagement that opens those doors. And that's what I think he's a real ambassador for the drone community.
Definitely.
I really do.
And Hazel Reptiles eats his here as well. Well, hello and bon appetit while you are here. 3B Productions, got featured in the local newspaper. I did retweet it, by the way, the same day you tweeted it at me, so congrats once again.
Geeks Fana, how are you? Hope you're doing well tonight. Great to see you. Hope you're doing fantastic. Great channels. And there is Rick Halliburton. You guys are awesome, guys, and I appreciate you being in here. And like I say, guys, let's keep it up. Let's keep the numbers up for our awesome guests coming in a minute. So hitting the like button, tweeting out, telling friends, guys, if you're on Facebook or whatever it is you use to get the message out, community tabs, it all really is appreciated. So thank you so very much for that.
Spirit Walks Paranormal, that is awesome. Glad to hear about that. Well, guys, I think it's about time. SMT Mainline, hello, how are you doing here as well? It soon is going to be time for our guest to join. So your last seconds of running and getting a coffee, whatever you have to do before we sit down for this amazing interview, and can't wait to pick his brain on being not only a drone expert, but being for years here on YouTube as well, and growing to his channel to almost 90,000 subscribers. That is amazing, and I can't wait to hear it.
We're going to have an amazing night with him, guys. Lots to learn, lots to hear. You're not going to want to miss it. That's right, guys. Ken Heron is at 87,000 and climbing, and he's got such a wealth of information. It's going to be beneficial to everybody, whether you're into drones or not, looking to get into drones, or you're just a YouTuber who just wants to hear how another person has gotten where they are on this platform. There'll be lots of great notes to be had. So
we have Bowser in the house.
Hey, Bowser, what's going on?
Good to see you. And Mike Roach Studios is here as well. Good to see you as well. You, me, and Benny is joining us too. Lots of amazing channels here tonight. You, Drone, hello.
Thank you, Coffee Music, and right back at you, and right back at you. You're too kind. Thank you so much for that.
Thank you. Guys are amazing.
You really are.
Yes, that is awesome. Crazy Ann, hello. Tasha Reedner, good to see you guys. Got some good news today in my email from YouTube. Things are all back to normal.
Excellent. Excellent.
That is awesome.
That's
Bowser.
great to hear.
That is, yeah.
Now we can enjoy you more on here where we need you. So
we were actually
awesome.
talking about you just a couple of days ago and wondering, how are you doing?
Yeah.
That's what we do.
I miss you a lot, man. I really do. I'm really glad, and I want to see you back and stronger than ever on here.
Chantal TT, welcome here. Welcome back.
There was somebody else I want to say hi to. The cutting board. How you doing? Great to see you. Hope you're doing well. Hazel's Reptile Eats. How you doing tonight? Hope all is well. SMT, Playworthy, Think Dragon Think, the JLA member channel. How are you? So many great channels in here, guys, tonight. It's an honor. It's an honor. It's an honor. Chris Hope is in here to have each and every one of you guys in here. You, me, and Benny's in the house. Mystic Mountain Forage is in here. Good Times Outdoors. The list goes on, guys, of just amazing creators. Great to have you all under one roof, making us look good. So thank you so much for being here. Makes us look better.
Think Dragon Think is here as well. Happy Monday. Iro Creativity. Hello. How are you doing here? Good to see each and every one of you here. Let's see what we can look at. Do we have any selfies, guys? Are you as crazy as you were yesterday? Not sure. If you haven't added your selfies yet, put your selfies there. Hashtag Blue Orange Group. Add your selfie or a screenshot of you watching us, and we will check back on it later on or at the end of the show. So it's always time to do that.
There we go. Sorry, I'm just moving windows around. I don't know why. And the interview night is the night I had the least amount of windows open, and it seems like I still have the most clutter for some reason. There we go. Now I think I can see something, so that's good.
I also wanted to remind you guys that we have added a new sticker to our Blue Orange
Yes.
Group merch. You guys asked while we listened, as we always try to. So a new how is it called?
Die cut.
Die cut sticker is available on our Teespring merchandise. So go check that out. And our guest is joining us in a couple of seconds right here. Are you ready, guys?
There we go, guys. We're just going to get him set up, and we're going to bring him in just a second. We are honored to have him in. So, guys, without further ado, it is time to welcome the guru of drones, as I like to call him, Ken Heron. How are you tonight, my friend? Oh, just can't hear you. No problem. Guys, he'll be joining us in just a second. We're just going to go back to the window, but we got him right here. Oh, there we go. We got him. There he is. How are you tonight, my friend?
Hey, all right.
Good to see you. How are you doing?
Pretty good. I think I'm getting secondhand smoke there.
You're cleared.
Do you always smoke on your channel?
Yeah, I kind of got like a 1970s interview show going at this point. I need like I need a tacky plaid suit and a big glass ashtray.
Does your wife smoke?
I do, but not during the. Rarely I do, but not during the shows.
Okay.
She's a lot better than I am on that one.
Yeah, I'm not as addicted, although it's still bad.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for having me on, guys.
Oh, it's our pleasure. It's our pleasure. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us.
Sure. Good to be here.
Oh my God! All the way from Tennessee.
Yeah. How many windows am I in? I know you got like 30 windows. No.
It's just you and us.
Oh well, I'm honored.
Yeah, that's right. When it comes to interviews, it's more low key. This one is just us. So yeah, you get the big stage. So
okay. And I was just kidding, man. You can smoke all you want. I don't care.
No, it's all good.
You do you, man. You do your thing.
I don't promote smoking in any shape or form.
It's bad.
It's bad.
Yeah.
I used to hide it at first, and I'd be on the side, and then everybody like, Andrew, we know what you're doing. Give up the act. So.
Not 15 anymore, you know.
It was like my parents. It's like living at my parents' house out the bedroom window or something. So
Right.
So it's great to have you on. I love your channel. Like I said, I found you a couple of years ago. I even lost you for a little while because I couldn't remember your name. I searched and found you again. And maybe that's a good thing because that's how much it's stuck in my head of what you do. You're great with drones. Nice. You have all this stuff, but it's the presenter in you that truly is the most amazing. You are an amazing YouTuber for that.
Ah, shucks. Well, thank you. That's very nice of you to say. I did morning radio for many years, so it was kind of a lateral move to just bring in the image to the YouTube.
Yeah, but with that said, a lot have trouble adjusting to that. Like even podcasters today coming to YouTube have a lot of trouble once the camera's on them while they're doing it. You are so charismatic, just not with your voice, but with your hands. Were you like that even on radio, even though they couldn't see you? Were you a person that's just like a matter of fact with your body language as well?
Yeah, I guess so. I grew up in Philadelphia. I'm not from Tennessee. I'm a dang Yankee. So yes. I grew up in Philadelphia around Italians, and Italians are very, what's the word? They're very
gesterful.
Yes. Yep.
We have a channel here tonight, Philly Drone Life, and that's why he was so excited you were on, because you're representing Philly tonight. So.
Oh, hey, yeah, okay. How you doing, man? I bet he can smell a cheesesteak from where he is. I miss him so much.
There's nothing replaces them. There's no place you can replicate them except.
I haven't had a real Philly cheesesteak since Christmas, since my last visit. And there's all these places that you go into like a Denny's and they'll have Philly cheesesteak.
No.
Liar! Not a real Philly cheesesteak.
You get back though, what, once or twice a year you go back?
I go back for Christmas.
Of Christmas. That's
nice. Yep. Christmas time.
Still much family back that way?
Just my mom.
Just your mom?
Yep.
I'm sure she appreciates the visits.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I'm the only one of her children that goes back.
Oh, okay.
My sister's, she's way too important to go. She has too much stuff to do. She's a doctor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, my sister's a doc. Well, I have two sisters. They're both doctors.
Oh my God!
Wow.
Yeah. I'm a YouTuber.
Are you the youngest?
No, I'm the oldest.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
So you found your own path in life then? Doctor
Yeah.
wasn't no doctor in the books for you even when you were younger?
Well, I didn't know that I could be a doctor until they started being doctors, and I was like, well, it's too late for me now.
Oh, no.
Well, I think a lot of the world's glad you didn't become a doctor because it just wouldn't be the same without you on YouTube here. So,
Well, that's very nice of you to say.
go ahead.
Well, I just wanted to ask, who did you want to be when you were growing up?
Yeah, I've always wanted to be a radio guy.
Really?
Always. Nothing else.
Did you do like the pretend role plays of recording a radio show when you were younger?
When I was very young, they gave me a cassette recorder to play with.
Mm.
And millennials, a cassette recorder. Can I explain?
That's a good one. Yep.
I think they have cassette icons for certain audio things in computers. I had an actual cassette recorder, and I'd go around. I'd interview the UPS guy and
really
just record things. I was fascinated with audio.
Oh, that is amazing. So how did you first started into radio then, Leo, from the dream into the reality? How did that happen?
Well, luckily, I went to a high school that had its own little radio station inside. In fact, so I won't forget, I have all my radio station call letters on this arm. This one's high school, WHHS. And then this is the radio station where I am right now. And I left room for a couple more, but I think I'm done.
That is so cool.
This isn't my house. This is a radio station.
Yes, but I find that so cool with the tattoo like that. That's awesome. I never realized that was for. So, see, I love
this is not my big fancy house.
No, with the tattoos on your arm and the call stations on each one you've been to.
Oh yeah, these are all radio things. I got VU meters over here, and I got All right, here's a quiz for you. Who invented radio?
I know when, 1920, but who, I don't know. Anybody in the chat?
Guys.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's right. Let's put it out to the chat.
Anyone in the chat?
Who invented radio? Anybody in the chat knows?
Who invented radio?
What is radio?
No, it's not Marconi. It was Nikola Tesla.
Oh my God.
Marconi got credit for it because Marconi stole about 20 of Nikola Tesla's patents. And the Congress recently posthumously awarded the invention of radio to Nikola Tesla.
Wow.
Because Marconi was a thief.
That is so crazy.
Yeah, that's right.
So anyway, I have his signature on my arm, and then I got like other radio stuff you wouldn't know anything about, and then I got my grandmother up here and lyrics and audio. And you got something on your arm. What do you got? What do you got?
Here I got Jim Morrison. That's a reminder of what not to do.
Well, lots of people
cameras, so I got to show them.
Lots of people think that it's me. Yeah. I used to have shorter hair, and there's like, oh, you have your wife there, and it's like, no, Jim Morrison. I'm like, I don't know if it's a compliment or not.
Yeah, right. What are you saying, man?
That's from a drum magazine when I used to be a drummer years ago. It's from a Tama brochure.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'm a drummer as well.
Oh, are you? Cool.
Yeah. I've been in quite a few bands.
I wanted to play, and I had a Tama magazine before I could afford a set. And it was on that airbrushed leather jacket type of thing. So that was my very first tattoo. I kept it.
Oh, yeah, nice.
Yep, that's a million years ago. And then, of course, this one that everybody can't stand. That was a drunken bet.
What is that?
That's a half-naked woman wrapped in the Confederate flag.
Oh, you got one of those too?
Yes. Standard issue at one point.
You went with the wall art.
Yes, that's right. Whatever was up there, exactly. What looks like something Guns N' Roses would get.
He got all three of them in 1 week, like literally.
2 weeks, yeah.
2 weeks.
Thursday, Saturday, and then a week and a half later, I got this one done.
Mm-hmm.
So I was on the way to what you were doing, and then somewhere I just took a pause. So otherwise,
kids, no drinking, no drugs, nothing like that. Okay, it's all bad.
Yeah.
You end up with tattoos.
Hey, what kind of microphones you got going on there?
Here we use the MXL 770 that came from Amazon, actually.
Okay.
And I took a chance on them. They're about $100 Canadian. And I've had nothing. I'm happy with them, I got to say. They have a good sound in them, nice thick. Gets a bit of that I always want to say PVR in the States, because in Canada it's CBC radio, your public broadcasting radio stations.
And if you say PBR, Americans think of a horrible beer.
That's right. That's
okay,
right.
so we're not going to be using that anymore. There you go.
Yeah. Let me see if you can. Can you hear? You can hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah. No, make sure you got.
All right. Good.
He has so many great songs like that.
My.
I love your live streams. I didn't know until recently you were doing them again. I got back. They're very engaging. I mean, a lot of fun. Are you enjoying doing the live streaming?
Yes, it's quite a commitment. We're coming up on show number, I think, 95.
Wow.
And I haven't missed one.
That's amazing.
I was going to quit at 100, but people convinced me not to. So
I'm not surprised. A lot of people are really enjoying what you're doing, and it's growing.
Well, thanks. Yeah, it's changed my life, because doing a weekly show, everything revolves around getting ready for that, like guests, and it's just me. It's not like I got a staff like you and you. I mean, of course, Jeff Sills, he's our news guy. He helps out greatly. And then behind the scenes, tech guy, Greg Cooner, he's out of Australia, and Dana, of course, my co-host, and the other co-hosts that I've had on. But for the most part, I lick the stamps and send out the envelopes and all the prizes and everything. It's just me doing it.
That's amazing.
So, yeah, it takes 2 days to put together. It may not seem like it when you're watching, but it's very time intensive.
And that's the thing. I think is oftentimes people don't get really like how much work it actually takes in behind the scenes. It seems so, easy on once it's happening, but there's so much work behind all of that, before and after, that people don't see.
Yeah. Are you hearing that little audio flutter going on, by the way? You're not?
Nope.
It's just me?
Yep.
Okay. Because I have an old piece of equipment that I need to replace.
Oh, what is it?
Well, this is an Audio-Technica microphone that I bought in 1992.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
So I got a microphone older than most of you viewers. And then I got an Apex. It's an aural exciter. Do you know what an aural exciter is?
Oh, you could do ASMR with that one. That seems to be the next trendy thing.
It brings up the lows. So it's kind of on the fritz.
Well, it's still holding together on this end. We're not hearing anything whatsoever.
Good.
You are clear.
Excellent.
Those Audio-Technica, which model is it?
Ah, jeez.
Yeah, those things they're workhorses.
Whatever the one was in 1992.
They'll be around forever. Those are some of the strongest mics going. Those.
Oh, absolutely. It's solid.
Yep.
Still working. Yep. There's another cigarette.
That's right. You might want to count it. You might want to do your daily.
Yeah.
Wait. There we go. Okay. Every time you light a cigarette, you hear that? That's a lighter. That's supposed to be. How much you smoke a day, man?
Oh, a pack and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you wanting to quit?
Not at this time. And this time, no.
Good. Hey, you embrace it. Don't lie and tell everybody, yeah, I'm trying to quit.
No.
You embrace it.
That's one thing
I
will.
I don't care. I got one lung left. I'm going to gum it up. No problem. Hey, people in the chat, if you smoke, let us know.
That's
let
right.
us know.
That's right.
You're a smoker and I'm angering you. Sorry.
Well, what put the seat in my head to have you on was actually Canadian Drone Hub. And Roger and I, that's something we share as a bond together. So we always tease each other. I always tell him, I love your show. I just wish you wouldn't smoke so much on camera. That's the running joke I tell him.
Mel, our buddy, 400 AGL, he smokes quite a bit on there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think they all want to be Howard Stern in a way or something. Like
you can tell in his laugh, he's,
It slowly becomes into cough.
Yeah.
It's the wheeze that makes it sweet.
Yeah, no, Howard Stern, I think wannabes a little bit there, but that's okay.
Yeah, one day Mel's show will just be, hello, it's Mel. Welcome to my live stream.
Oh my God. Oh, I hope not.
Sorry.
we want to keep Mel around for a while. Yeah.
We have here Mike Roche that says that you were a DJ in his town for a while, so you have been a DJ as well.
Yeah, like all over the place. Where, what town is he in?
Mike, let us know. What time are you in?
Yeah, I've lived in. Well, it'd be easier to tell you what states I haven't lived in.
Right. That's the life of working in radio.
I had U-Haul on redial and inflatable furniture, so I could get going at the drop of a hat.
Where were some of your early places that you did?
Syracuse, New York. I worked in Nacogdoches, Texas, and Lincoln, Nebraska, New Jersey, Vermont. I mean, a lot of places.
Syracuse is the one that he's from.
I worked in Pittsburgh for a while.
He's in Syracuse.
Oh, Syracuse. Okay, yeah. Then the Beaner and Ken show.
Oh my God, that's awesome.
That was a while ago.
Were you mostly like a morning guy show, or were?
Yep, morning show.
Yeah.
Yep. We were syndicated throughout the company. We were on, I think, 4 radio stations at our peak. We were based in Syracuse.
Were you a fan of David Letterman growing up?
Oh, sure.
Yeah. There's
who wasn't?
There's little parts when I see you guys would make such a good show together.
Me and Letterman?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I see, that's part of the honor is getting like bits and pieces. You can see a little bit of influence. And if I had to pick anybody I thought would maybe influence you a bit on the TV side, I could definitely see the early Letterman years a bit.
Well, my favorite thing that Letterman ever did was drop stuff off a tall building.
Man.
He only did that a few times, but I kept watching, hoping he would do it.
It's so iconic. It's amazing. Some of those things like that, so basic, but only Letterman could make. He was like you. He's a very good selling the pitch, if you will, and that's what you're very good at. What you do in your show is getting people up, like building up. He could take something even just dropping off and make it so much more exciting and crazy and over the top. And that you're a lot like that in the way you do like your videos and stuff like that. That's what I like about what you do, actually.
Well, you have to have fun.
Yes.
You know, if you're wanting to be a YouTuber, you have to have fun. You have to pick a topic, a niche that you like, and you have to commit to it. And if I think people are savvy enough to tell if you're not having fun, if you're just reading a script or just, if you're not into it.
Right. Oh, yes. I find that audience, especially in the live streams, is so intuitive and kind of reflecting the way we feel. If we are off, like something is going on through the day, that is taking over our minds, you can instantly feel it in the chat as well, in the numbers, in the chat, and the way they're talking. Like, it's almost like they can feel through the screen, so to say, what is going on, like right away in the live streams. It's happening.
Yeah, they're very intuitive.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Do you feel like it's easier to do a live stream or a video?
Oh, for me, I like the control of producing a video. I can, that's what I was doing a couple minutes before you called. I edit all the time. I enjoy it. A lot of people don't enjoy it. You have to, if you want to have a presence on YouTube as a content creator, there's things that you need. You need to have the ability to be a presenter, and then of course you have to have a camera, and then you have to have the ability to edit.
But do you enjoy making the videos as much as editing them? Is there one part of it that's more important, that you feel more in your like zone or your sweet spot?
That's a really good question. Sometimes I don't feel like going anywhere, but you have to just get in the moment. If it's a nice day out, I'll bring the drone out, I'll meet some friends, and we'll go film some things, and that's awesome. You have to be in the moment. But then there's rainy days where you just kind of sit around your undies and edit, and that's good. You're on your own schedule.
Now you know what he does.
Yeah, there you go. We're getting that little window into Ken Heron.
Yeah, for the most part, I'm sticking to my vinyl seat.
The picture is clear,
guys.
That
was the insider information we were hoping to get tonight. But I could
tend to be an oversharer.
Well, this is the perfect place to overshare. So that fit in quite well. I always seen you as the person, though, because of that, even back to that David Letterman thing. I could see you in a room, it's pouring, raining, there's a box, and if somebody said, let's turn on the camera and make a video, you could make it work. You could find some way on the fly to kind of come up with an idea, to open it, shoot it at everybody, and make it work at the closing. I don't know. You just seem to be able to think fast on your feet that way.
I've always been very lucky in that regard, to be able to think fast, and that's a muscle that I developed over the years doing the morning show. because you have to think on your feet. It's live, and you never know what's going to happen. So I've developed that skill over the years, and I'm able to translate it into the YouTube verse.
That's awesome.
But yeah, when I don't know if you know this, but I had a really bad accident.
Yes, I was going to talk about that. Please feel free.
I had a horrible concussion. I was in a coma for half a day. And I don't know if you've ever had a brain injury, but I didn't feel like myself for almost a year. And I was desperate to know if I was going to have that ability to kind of think on my feet still. And
right.
Only maybe 6 months ago, I realized, yeah, I'm okay. But it takes a long time.
And you're happy with that now, and you've moved on from it, or does it still linger sometimes? Or
sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night, and because when I got hit, I was unconscious, of course, and then I woke up inside an MRI.
That's awful.
Ooh.
That's where I woke up. I don't remember the helicopter ride or anything, but I woke up inside an MRI.
Jeez.
You know, like, oh, and I
well,
think
yeah,
I'm in a cannon or whatever. Yeah, it was freaky. So I'll have nightmares about that.
Do you want to tell people a bit about the accident? Is that okay with you?
Sure.
Yep.
I was coming home from Christmas, and I saw something I thought I'd want to film with my drone. I turned around in the driveway, came back, and was turning in and got hit from behind.
That's the thing. You were home after all that stuff, and then just turn around to go back, and then that happened. That's what's so strange with the whole story.
Well, I was in Virginia, so I was many hours from home.
Oh, I mean, yeah, just about the deciding to turn around at that point was when it happened.
Yeah. And,
you know,
and I went back after the accident to see what got my interest, and it was nothing. It was nothing. It turned out to be nothing. I should have kept going.
Oh.
But they accordioned my car, and my dog was with me, and he's okay. Come here, buddy. Come here. Usually when I'm doing my live stream, I don't have Henry with me. He's at home, but.
Oh.
Well, we're honored to have him with us tonight. How are you?
Oh, hello.
He's completely blind.
Oh.
So he can't see anything.
Wow.
How old is he?
He's about 16.
Oh.
We're growing old together.
He doesn't need to see anything. Anyway. You got all good
Oh
eyes
my
for you for both of you.
Yeah,
So.
I'm his seeing eye human.
Aw. Thank you for showing him. Oh.
You got any pets?
No, not at this moment.
But
No.
we are big pet lovers. It's just because we rent right now, so we can't have it.
We have a house,
unfortunately-
but we're renting where we are here in the city. But we
Yeah.
have a house back where I grew up and that. So
What kind of animal would you get if you were to
dog,
get
dog.
dog? Yeah, good.
She like a cat.
Cats
but
are
we're getting-
horrible. Cats are horrible things. They should never have been invented.
Oh.
I don't care.
I agree.
Who has a cat in the chat? I don't care if I lose subscribers. I hate cats. I hate them. They're horrible. They're selfish. They're idiots.
Make this man president, folks.
Well, see, and I was just gonna say that there are no cat or dog people. You know, I like both. I'm not one.
Yeah,
or
I'm
the
just
other.
kidding. Of course, I prefer kittens, but then they all grow up.
Yeah, same here. If they stayed as kittens, I could live with them. It's-
I
Yeah,
had
yeah.
cats all
Yeah.
my life just because we
Yeah.
lived in an apartment when I was growing up.
I'm
and
paying
Andrew
for you-
had dogs. most
I'm
of the
paying
time.
for you. You damn well better entertain me. It's plain and simple. Don't walk around with some snotty look on your face after I just took care of that.
Yeah, we'll have both.
Yeah.
We'll have both, and have some fish to throw in and bowl too. So
Fish,
Yeah.
fish. I'd love to.
You know, they try to bring cats on the plane with them. What do they call them? The comfort animals? What do they
Yes.
call them?
Oh, the alligator was the latest one. Have you heard about that?
I
Somebody
didn't hear
took
about
an
that, but-
alligator with them as a care animal for their emotional well-being.
Yeah.
Imagine
Well,
flying beside that one.
Yeah, that's almost as dumb as a cat because cats they're not about you. They're not emotionally involved in you at all. They're doing their own thing.
Oh my god, that is so funny.
I could argue that, but okay, this is not about cats, so I'm just gonna stop right here.
Well, the truth be told, if I sit back on the leather couch and tell the doctor why I hate cats, it would harken back to when I was a child and my mom took in a bunch of cats, and then those cats had kittens, and we had about 30 cats in one apartment, and I couldn't sleep without waking up with some cat butt on my face. So that kind of traumatized me a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, now I get it.
Now it makes
Yes,
sense.
It
I
makes
agree.
sense.
That's called a nightmare.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some therapy to get over it.
Wow, that would definitely be traumatizing. So
Wow.
I was already on your side before you said that. Now I'm even more on your side. So,
So you guys have any sponsors on the show? You got any sponsors?
that's what we're going into right now. Actually, as we speak, that's the next big.
Oh yeah,
talk.
who's your sponsor?
Yeah, we're looking at a couple right now. We're looking
No,
at
we don't
one
have
coffee
sponsors.
ones. We're in the.
Okay.
We have a couple that was kind of 2 came to us and 3 that we're hoping to get. So,
Oh, did you get? Did the pigeon jerky people call you?
Pigeon jerky, pigeon jerky.
All right. Now let's go to commercial.
They were the hardest sell. You know, they're
Okay.
they're just we're not in their league yet, but we're
Yeah,
trying.
I think they're exclusive with me, but get that first right of refusal maybe down the line.
So with this segue, let's jump into YouTube thing. What is the hardest thing to do? Because for us, I think it is yet to transform from doing things for free into trying to make money with this beyond AdSense. But for you, what is the hardest thing, or have been the hardest thing to grow on YouTube or to be as a YouTuber?
It depends on everybody's goals. Everybody has different goals. Depends on what you want out of it. I originally started it just as a place to put content because my morning show stopped when my morning show partner skedaddled and started doing real estate. So I had all this creative energy and I didn't know where to put it. So I thought, I'll try this YouTube thing for a while, and then started doing drone stuff. But yeah, I mean, just keep building an audience and things will start happening.
right.
Yeah. I would say for me in a live stream, I would say the hardest thing for me is getting guests, keeping them straight, organizing all that.
Yep.
Probably the most time consuming.
Because the whole thing that bugged me a lot was last year with the 1K, 4K, and for instance, it kind of got me a bit back into it, to be truth be told, but not for the money. I seen, okay, if a lot of people are getting back into YouTube, maybe this is a good time to start. But we were still just doing cinematography back then. This is where I put like I did. I shoot trains and all kinds of stuff like that to promote our business that we do in real life. But it created such an ill-hearted gold rush on YouTube, and these channels are just popping like by the millisecond. It's like, oh, we're gonna get on the YouTube, we're gonna be a rich one now. You know, everybody's grabbed a cell phone, everybody's a YouTuber now, and you're weeding and meandering through all these things that should have been more left on Facebook have now crept to this platform.
Here's the thing. Some people can make YouTube look easy, and that is a magic trick.
Right.
If your heart is in it, you enjoy what you're doing, then it would appear to the viewer that it's effortless.
Right.
And people want a piece of that. Like, well, they can do it, then I can do it too. And that's the wonderful thing about YouTube, because it offers opportunity for anyone who you can get out what you put in.
Yep.
But not everybody is prepared to put in what YouTube requires to make the magic happen.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
It's such a black hole of time.
Oh yeah.
You know, if you're gonna make it your career, and I'm almost to the point where I can do that. You know, I still work at the radio station, and I'm kind of teetering on like deciding whether or not I can go full time, which is, I guess, everybody's goal.
Yep.
You know, I would like to not have to take out the radio station's garbage or clean the toilets or do an air shift over there, because I've been doing radio forever. I'm kind of over it.
Right.
But kind of like the health insurance.
Yes, it's hard to pass up that stuff. That I get you. There's some security you can't get in YouTube.
Yeah.
But 100,000 seems to be about that spot where people start to think, you know, is this, maybe it is time to jump out and make this a full-time career, or, you know, it seems where people really start to hit the crossroads, because it is a big number, and it seems to be that thinking number. You know, I think from 100, you're already starting to look then towards going, if I go in this full-time, going to 1 million, or is it possible?
Right. One bit of advice I can give everyone is, if you're constantly watching your numbers, your subscriber numbers and all your analytics, there's going to be ups and downs, and you know, I wouldn't let it get to you. Just push through, keep on doing what you're doing. be involved with the comments. I read every single comment on every single video.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That is.
Yeah,
that is
I
amazing.
spend probably 2 hours a day doing that.
Wow.
And that's important to stay in touch with the people that got you where you are.
Right.
But yeah, man, you just gotta, I don't know, 100,000. It depends on what you're doing, and you have to remember that it can all end
Yes.
in the blink of an eye. You can say the wrong thing. You never know. You never know. I mean, just the YouTube could just not favor you that week or year.
Yep.
It could just all fall apart. So
Exactly. I got messages from people. I remember one in particular. The guy said, I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers. I'm ready to do this. I've just given my 2 weeks notice. I'm going to make it big on here. And my heart goes right into my feet.
Oh, even smaller than that. There have been people that have moved states with a couple of hundred subscribers with on a whim, like thinking that they're going to be now making millions, or I don't know what they were thinking.
Took off
with
their
whole
kids' wife
family.
was sick. They had
well,
nothing.
I mean, it's encouraging to see the numbers rise.
Yeah.
But the algorithm is a finicky bee.
Yep. And we have no contract with it. It can change and drop you tomorrow without an explanation. Even
That's right.
That's
right.
I tell people when they're worried about their number. Oh, so go ahead.
I mean, just about every video I post, I think, it's 1 million views. And then I think my most successful video is a water tower with a hole in it.
And I love that
Yes.
video, by the way. I get what you're saying, but I love that video.
That has 2.3 million views. That's crazy. 2.3?
Yep.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Well, I had no idea I was going to do that when I made it. I was just helping out my town. Thought it would be cool to show the water tower, but I had no idea. I know it's hard to predict. It's like trying to learn Wall Street. You just don't know.
Yeah, and that's what you always say. It's not like even like any kind of tips or anything. There's nothing really does it, because in the end you're just trying to stack the odds in your favor. It's like going to Vegas all the time because there's no manual comes with this.
Right, and people are misinformed sometimes about. People seem to think that the more you post, the more you're going to get back.
Yeah.
So I truly believe that it's quality, not quantity. Post on a regular basis. Be regular. I try to post at least 2 times between live shows.
Right.
There's a channel. There's a channel called. What's that one? Oh, a bad lip reading.
Oh, right. Yes.
They post a video, like every other month or something, but each one gets millions of views.
Yep. That's
And
right.
people come to know that, well, they know what they're going to get. It's going to be quality. It's going to be good, and
Yep.
and they'll watch them. So it's a hard thing to juggle. Like, should I post 10 videos a week? If you do that, you might be diluting your content, because people might skip it, saying, I'll watch the next one.
Yeah.
You can't read anybody's mind. So again, I would just say, do what you love to do when you love to do it. Try to do it on the reg, and hopefully the YouTube algorithm will shine down upon you.
Yep. Well, that's very well. It's the best advice anybody could ever ask for on here. I mean, that's as true as it gets. So,
Well, I mean, there is better advice. I could tell you what tomorrow's lottery numbers are.
hey, if you got that, you
I
let
have
them.
I have them right here.
I see the
Grab a
magnums
pen.
on.
Okay,
Oh, do we have
now.
to go to commercial? Son of a gun. Oh, well.
Oh my god. That's why I love this guy. He's exactly what you see, guys. You want to see if YouTubers, good YouTubers, are always the same all the time. They're not on just when the camera's on. And that is a big part of it. I truly believe the only thing unique to bring to YouTube at this point is yourself. And you do that in droves, and I think that's your biggest selling point of your channel. Because lots of people have information, lots of people can shoot a video, but you bring yourself into it, and that's what makes you stand out from so many in the crowd. That's my humble opinion.
I think you're probably right. Because I'm not the world's best photographer. I'm pretty good at flying a drone.
Yeah.
I'm all right at editing, but there's people that are better at me than photography and other things. But
the packaging
I just try to
counts.
be real. I just try to be myself.
But that's the thing, and that's a gift. That's the biggest one of all, because it's not that you're not good at any of them, you're great at them, but it's just the way you package it and make it palatable for people. I feel like it's one of these things where everybody feels welcome, whether they're just thinking of getting into a drone, they've been into it for years. Everybody gets something out of it when they're done, and that's what I think is important. You get into the stuff, you get into the specs, but you also take a moment for the photography side of it. You also take more to give a bit of humor, to make people feel at ease coming in. It's a good mix. It really is.
Well, thanks. You have to be yourself. We don't need 10,000 Casey Neistats.
Yes.
Don't emulate your favorite YouTuber. Just be yourself. Do your own thing.
That's true. That's very true.
People can see through it.
It is.
They know.
And it's happening a lot more and more. It's like bands in the 80s, They used to say, oh, Bon Jovi's not original. Well, no, Bon Jovi's original was the 4,000 that came right after him that weren't original. And that's what's happening with YouTube a lot now. It's all the B-roll, Peter McKinnon over and over and over and over again.
Right. I would give some advice that I was given early in my radio career. There's something called an air check. And us radio guys, we will record ourselves doing our shifts and then listen to it later. And that's called an air check. And we would check to see how we did on the air. And you can do that with YouTube as well. If you put out a video and then watch it back and you're cringing, then you probably should change up. Make some changes. Listen to yourself. Critique yourself.
It's very good advice.
Yeah, and I think we are ourselves the best competition to ourselves. Like, you can only really compete with yourself and trying to be better the next time, the next day, the next video, the next live stream, comparing to what you were before and not anybody else. And I think that's where a misconception is. Oftentimes is people trying to compete with everybody else, no matter what the niche is, category, no matter if, one does the live streams, the other one does the videos, which is so silly in a way, because it's, first of all, the market is so huge. Second of all, it's completely different, oftentimes, categories or even types of content that we create here. So the only way really to get better, I do agree, is to compete with ourselves, with our previous content. Yeah.
Very good. Yeah. And I like the way you've been maintaining that New Jersey accent of yours. I really appreciate that. Is it South Jersey? Where are you from there?
That's my original one. It's
I know that's a fake accent. You're putting that on just to seem more European.
Yeah, no, I'm cool like that. I'm from Europe.
I know.
That's the joke behind it.
I know, you there. My God.
A Jersey girl there.
He explains me all the jokes here.
She's
you see, there was a chicken, and he was going to cross the road, you see, and there was a...
That's happened sometimes, yes, it does.
We're not slow,
There's I don't know what the channel is, but there's this... I enjoy their videos sometimes. There's this girl. She's an English girl, and she doesn't understand like most things. Have you seen that? Where like she doesn't understand math or maths, as they say.
No.
She's this young girl. I forget. I don't know what her name is, but like her boyfriend will tell her a joke, and she's like, I don't get it. It's the funniest thing. I wish I remembered her name. Maybe people in the chat know I'm talking about.
Yes, I'm curious.
That's the kind of video I like. It seems genuine. I hope they're not putting on. That's the kind of video I like.
You want to believe it's true. You're hoping and praying that it is legit.
Right. Like this is the way she is. Someone recognized that it was funny, put a camera on it, put it on YouTube, and bing, bang, boom.
They're off to YouTube sensations.
Like, my morning show partner Kelly, he's a germaphobe.
Yes.
Really bad germaphobe. So I recognized that in him. Thought it would be funny to exploit it on the radio, and we did a game called the Germaphobe game, which is a big, huge hit.
You guys play very well off each other, by the way.
Oh, Kelly? Yeah, he's fun. I've known him for 25, 26 years.
That's cool that you guys still get to do stuff together. That's awesome. Not many people can say, especially in the industry you're into, you didn't even know people. You know lots of people a long time, but be able to have contact with them, let alone work with them like that.
That's true. Yeah. He's one of my oldest friends.
That's a nice thing. How are you enjoying Tennessee, by the way? Now that you've been there now for a while, do you think that will be your home now? That will be forever?
I got to tell you, the one thing I love about Tennessee is the cost of living.
Yes.
Where's that? There. Yes, sir. What city do you live?
Montreal.
Montreal.
Okay, you're in Montreal.
Yeah.
Without telling me the exact amount, does your rent have a comma in it?
It should if we didn't live here.
Okay.
That's why we got this one really lucky, but yes.
If I told you what I was paying for rent for my big, huge house, not big, huge, but it's a house, the backyard and the front yard and everything, you'd want to move to my town.
Oh, tell us.
No, I won't tell you, but
We're going to move to your house, so.
We can run our shows together simultaneously.
No, people in the South are very genuine and,
Yes.
very nice people.
I used to be a truck driver years ago and many years ago, and I always loved the South. There was such a warm hospitality feeling to it. People joke around, but it really was that, and very kind. It's not always like they put in the movies like over the top. Just a real genuine interest in you. And I like that. You'd stop in to get fuel, always just a little bit more about your day. It's a lot like Eastern Canada is like that. And I think it's just that more rural kind of take a moment.
Yeah, they'll call you darling and honey.
Yes, exactly.
Stuff like that, yeah.
You'd be eating your lunch and you'd have like your club sandwich. You have these weird ones. Once in a while, they'd have like peas and carrots, like frozen ones on the side, and be like, okay,
yeah.
Now, darling, now eat that. Come on, now, sugar. You're on that truck. You gotta have. They would just like a bit of a mom would kick in a bit, like
Yeah.
that. So.
This actually made me think. Talking about nice group of people. This actually made me think about the moment when I knew that I was doing something right, and I found the right community, the drone community. It was after my accident, and someone started a GoFundMe page, and there were so many people put money into there, and it helped me and my family get out of a bind.
Wow.
And it was a large amount of money, and I think about that all the time. I haven't mentioned it on YouTube in a while, but thank you so much, everybody who donated to that. It was a big deal to me, and that's when it just touched me so deeply. I sincerely thank everyone. It really meant a lot.
I started asking people about that. Come up a lot actually when we started looking around. People talking about how that made them feel and stuff, and how together and how much they cared about you. That's cool. You deserve it.
And there's people in the chat that I recognize right now, and I maybe I might never meet them, but I consider them my friends. This whole YouTube thing kind of shrinks the world and brings everybody together. It's just a wonderful thing. I grew up pre-cell phone. You look like you may have as well.
Yes, that's right. Yep.
Okay. All right. I'm just going by the gray.
No, that's right.
Me too.
Okay. Well, clearly you married someone half your age.
Yeah, she's Soviet times.
I'm from Soviet times, so we didn't have a lot of things.
Yeah.
Okay. Were you were you living there?
Yeah, I most of my life I lived back there.
She's from Latvia. It's like there's Poland, Lithuania, and then Latvia. They call them the Baltic states.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
you've been in a bread line.
Yeah. My grandfather, he was a Russian general in the army, and then on the other side, my mother, they were farmers, and yeah. So it was two worlds, two cultures, and all of that, and stamps and standing in the lines and etc. And no cell phones. My God, no cell phones.
So, but what I'm getting at is pre-cell phone. Then for me, it was the first social media. To me, was a CB radio.
Yes.
I could talk to my buddies in the neighborhood, and we walk around with walkie-talkies and everything. And now YouTube kind of reminds me of that.
Yep.
Because you have friends all over the world. I have people that I regularly count on to help me with things in the UK and Australia and various places. And I talk with everybody like they're my old buddies. And it doesn't matter if English isn't their first language, or if it's 3 a.m. when it's 8 p.m. here. And it's just a wonderful thing. That's probably one of my favorite things about the whole YouTube thing. I mean, the money is cool and all, but, it's the whole community thing.
It is heartwarming, though. You really nailed it, and I believe that. And once you're into it, I'm sure you get that a lot when you tell somebody about it who knows nothing about the YouTube scene. they almost kind of blank over. They don't get it until you're part of it, and you see just how kind of the amazing sides of it and how people actually really do care what you do on here.
Yeah.
Grant McIntosh was asking, what was your CB handle?
It was the Joker. Yeah.
I think it was on the side of that tattoo on my arm of the girl. I think the Joker was right underneath. That, the General Lee and the Joker, I think would all play.
My home channel was channel 33.
Oh my God. And when you're broadcasting on there, were you turning that into a bit of a radio station?
Yes. I used to do prank calls and all kinds of things that would get me in trouble at the FCC. All kinds of things. I had a big antenna in the backyard. I forget what it was called, but it got hit by lightning one time, fried my machine out. I'd stay up till 2 a.m. just by the glow of the CB, you know.
Wow.
Good times.
What about ham radio?
No, I never got into it. I know people in ham radio,
right?
But and not knocking it or anything. Not being in ham, I don't know what they talk about. But the few times that I've been exposed to ham radio, it's my grandmother had a friend. His name was Harold Grace, and I go over in his attic, and it was just all this fans and like tubes, and it was hot up there, and all the radios, and so he'd go CQ check the H24745, and he talked to like Guam for 2 minutes, and they exchanged call signs, and that was it. No conversations. No, how you doing? How's your father? Nothing like that. Say, how's the weather? You doing all right? Nothing. It was like, yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Okay, we're done. I'm out. It doesn't seem like that gratifying to me. I don't know if there's any ham dudes out watching. I apologize. CB just seemed more interactive. You could really talk to the dregs of society on there.
And that's a good point too. I think a lot of them just enjoyed the accomplishment of connecting, and then after that, that was the job of it, was to say we could do this from such a long distance, and then it was off to the next one. Like,
right. And hey, if that's your thing,
yeah. I just talked to the technical side of it.
Oh, that's right. What'd you talk about? Yeah. We talked about H2491005.
It's like flying to Fiji just to look out the plane and say hi and jump back in and go somewhere else. Yeah.
Yeah, you drop in, parachute, send a postcard, and go home.
That's right. I thought you would have had ham radio for the simple reason was the tech side of it, because you seem like somebody always liked to tinker with stuff, and I thought that was.
I'm not a huge tinkerer. I'm not. I used to change the oil in my car, but then that got tedious. I want the car to work. I want it to drive. I want my computers to work. I don't really care about opening them up and changing power supplies.
No, that's
not fun for me. No, but it is for some people.
So like a drone and stuff like that, you like them out of the box pretty much. You don't like getting inside and tearing them right to the bits and stuff.
I kind of wish that I did, because then I would be into race drones.
Right.
Race drones are all about tinkering and things like that. And I would love to learn, and I'm going to soon learn how to fly race drones, down the building and everything. But I want a guy for that. I was like, okay, set up my race drone, then give it to me.
That's right.
I don't want to turn wrenches on this thing. Just give it to me ready to go.
It's a lot of work. I see the guys doing it.
It's a lot of work. And I'm a little lazy.
And you got enough on your plate already as it is too.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
You got some full days on you. So that's something you're interested in looking at. Well, you got the DJI Action today in your hands. We were talking today.
There it is. Well, this thing really is. It's solid.
Yeah.
I mean, It's a solid thing. I haven't had much opportunity to play with it so much yet, but there'll be a video on my channel soon.
What's some of the things you're planning to test out onto it? Any ideas yet? Or
well, I don't want to say, because I kind of like to be the first to do things.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a plan for this, and it involves. I can tell you, I'm gonna pit this against the GoPro Hero Black,
right,
7 or whatever it is, and that's all I'll say. It'll be fun. It'll be a fun video.
It's not going to involve a rifle this time?
No.
My son is crazy over my 12-year-old son is crazy about you shooting the battery. He's watched it like 500 times.
Oh, you know what? I'm not a particularly huge gun guy, and whenever I post a video that has anything to do with guns, I'll get a lot of thumbs down just from people who just blanketly don't like guns. And that's understandable, but I could not. And believe me, I researched. I tried to find another way to send a small metal object at hyperspeed into another thing. The only way was with a gun.
Yes.
There's really no other way to get an object to go that fast into another object.
Exactly.
Gun is the go-to thing.
And,
I'm not into killing things with guns, although I have, and I've eaten my share of squirrel. I live in Tennessee, but so I'm not a gun nut. I did very much enjoy blowing up the drone in midair.
Oh, that looks so much fun. That looks so much fun.
That was very fun. We'll talk about that on Thursday Night Live. Chris is going to be on. Chris, who was there with me, he'll be co-hosting this Thursday.
I also seen that you are doing a giveaway of a Google.
Yes.
How is it called? Google Pixies.
Oh yeah, Pixel.
Pixel.
3.
Yes,
Pixel.
there you go.
It's
That's how technical I am.
It's the cheapy version of it. It's the lower cost version. It's still a Ferrari, but it has no air conditioning.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Even then, it's still an amazing gift.
So when is that coming up? I know you haven't announced exactly all the rules and stuff, but when is that coming up?
I'd say next week. Next week, yeah.
Guys, keep
Yes.
your eyes out. There's a giveaway contest coming up.
Yep.
You're also too. We talked today about the DJI Pocket and views about both of them. I'm curious to see, now that you have the action for a bit, where your views are going to lie between the two of them. Is it necessary to have both, or which one is the better?
Oh, right. If I didn't have a channel like I do, I probably wouldn't have bought this.
Right.
Because I don't need it. I have plenty of action cameras, but I'm interested in the EIS, the stabilizing system.
Yes.
And so the Pocket will be in the video. I'm going to pit the mechanical gimbal against the EIS on this.
That's going to be awesome.
So far, I'm not sold on any kind of electronic stabilization against the mechanical gimbal. I'm just not.
That's what I'm that's why I'm hoping you're really going to push the buttons on that, because that's where I'm stuck at too in all of this. So I'm really curious to see what you're going to come up with on that one.
It's a great camera. It's got a display on the front, so you can say, hey, look at me, it's me, woo, it's me, on the front, and then turn around like that and say, oh, it's somebody else.
Oh,
it's a great compact little thing. It does 4K 60 frames. It's an action camera.
well, the display in the front is one of those things I look at, and there's proof where GoPro has been just plain lazy the last couple, because that with what's being done for a while on YouTube, especially in most social medias, that's something they should have had done a while back. DJI really picked up the ball and ran with it on that.
Do you know the long sordid history of the feud between DJI and GoPro?
Please.
No, let us in. Let us in the story.
Let me tell you a story. Once upon a time, in a far-off land. So back in the Phantom 1 and Phantom 2 days, the GoPros were on the drones, and DJI and the GoPro, they were pals, and they're like, yeah, you put your camera on my drone, I'll put my peanut butter in your chocolate, and it'll be good to go, right? So that was good. It was a great relationship for a while, so then they were coming up with the Phantom 3, and DJI says, well, we're going to make our own proprietary camera on this one, and GoPro was like, oh, well, what about the deal we had on the thing? I thought we were buddies. And then DJI is like, no, we're going to go our own route. So then GoPro said, okay, well, screw you, we'll make a drone. Ha ha! And so the Karma was born, and the Karma failed. And then DJI was like, and so then, retaliatory strike. DJI came back and they're like, okay, well, we'll make our version of the GoPro. So, we don't need you anymore at all.
Yeah.
But they've had this relationship back and forth, and it actually is very personal between like the CEOs or the higher ups, they really don't like each other.
Well, hopefully that makes for better product for us all. That kind of drive between each other is hopefully what it pushes the initiative to go a lot further.
And the moral of the story is we get better stuff. The end.
Yeah.
You can work I love it. You can still see the morning man in them. I just love that you bring that to town.
I wonder how did you manage to like choose the drone category and not go like comedic route altogether?
I've been doing radio forever, so I might be done with the whole radio thing. I love radio so much, and I'm still doing it, but as far as morning radio goes, you have to find the right person. It's like trying to put a band together. You got all these personalities, and everybody can be great musicians, but then like the drummer could be an idiot or drugs or whatever. You don't know. So you have to mesh right. So you have to find the right person. I've only really found the right morning show partner twice, I'd say, in my career. And I apologize because I've had like 4 morning show partners. I apologize to those 2 others. You know who you are. Sorry. I hope they're not watching.
Or at least 50%.
I'd be mortified.
Don't love you as much as the other 2.
But you're on a lot. I mean, you got to be able to banter off each other. You're basically like a sitcom going on each morning, so you need that right chemistry to make it work.
Right. You have to have established personalities. Mm-hmm. And for me, I require a pretty good straight guy.
Yeah.
And someone who wants to be a straight guy.
Yeah, that's true too.
I need an Abbott to my Costello.
The method to your madness. I love it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm reading the chat like for the first time here. Somebody says, I look like I lost weight. Nah, it's just a camera angle.
It's very flattering.
I'll show you. That's why I have the camera up there. Because if I had the camera lower, then I wouldn't get any marriage proposals, which I don't. And then, let's see.
Oh my God.
Oh, do I plug my YouTube channel on the radio show? I have a couple times. I just kind of feel dirty doing it.
Yeah.
Today's weather is going to be partly cloudy and high at 84. And
that's not the voice I use. By the way, if you want to check, if you want more of me, if you can't get enough, if you want more of me, check out YouTube for more me. I'll be right back with more me after this message.
There are lots of people asking for some Raz.
Oh, yeah. Well, I can't control the video, but I can give you some razzmatazz.
Let's all pretend that the screen is filled with blue bubbles. Shut our eyes and just let the razzmatazz wash over us. It would be so nice. So nice. I want to thank, how do you say her name?
Puša.
Thank you for having me on. Good day.
So soothing.
Oh, wow.
How do you say your name?
Puša.
Puša.
It's a town in Latvia where her mom passed away of cancer early on, so we named it after the town that she was born into for our business. So
okay.
It's our business name. We didn't plan to do anything with YouTube like this, so we probably would have went with something different, but it actually worked well for us because every live stream we ever went into, nobody could pronounce our name, so we got 2 minutes of free advertising all the time. So,
right. Well, I mean, that's a pretty unique sounding name. That's cool. And people remember it.
And because we're in Montreal, in Quebec, the laws are you have to do business in French. So, like, you have to have a French name. You can have English secondary, but the French has to be predominant. So the roof is upside down on it when it's spelled. So people like very European things here that drew us in. Plus, also the strict French people always thought it was a spelling mistake because the roof is upside down. So that just got more people to look at us. That was kind of
okay, cool.
Yeah. So that was our play behind it all. But I wanted to ask you about the drumming because you're a drummer. And how early did you get on into music?
Well, I had a Snoopy drum set. Like early on one Christmas, and drove my mom nuts, but I was still interested in that. And my mom paid for drum lessons one week, and I went in. The guy tried to tell me how to hold my sticks, like this instead of like this. And I said, see you later. That was it for the drum lessons. So then I was kind of self-taught after that.
Were you in your teens mostly when you started, or?
Yeah, late teens. And then I joined a few bands.
Nice. You're still playing to this day a bit?
I have not played the drums in probably 3 years.
Wow.
They're in my house in a closet. I really need it. See, here's the thing. I just moved into a place. I couldn't play at my old place because it would annoy my neighbors. Right. But this new place I live, I can play there because the only neighbors are women in their 90s, and they're deaf. So,
did you move into an old folks home?
Yeah. No, I just have old neighbors. And I even asked them. I said, "Do you mind if I play my drums?" And she said, "What?" And I said, "Never mind. I'll just play my drums." So I'm good. So I got to set those up. Got to do that.
Yes, definitely. I'm trying my husband here to get him to play his guitars more. Finally they are more into the room, because before that they were also in the closet that never got played. Once you have them out, at least it kind of tries to play them a little bit more often. I like when he plays.
Do you play an instrument yourself?
No, I wish I would play like acoustic guitar or something, but I don't. I sing. I don't do that. But I really enjoy listening to him playing. So.
Well, you hear what she's saying to you? Yeah. How long have you guys been married?
We got married in 2014, but we've been together since the early 2000s. So.
Okay. She's trying to tell you something, and I don't know if you've caught it or not.
I hear her. I hear what you're saying.
Do you hear what she's saying?
Yes.
And let me translate it, because I speak wife, even though I was only married just short of 3 years. But I still speak wife. And what she said was, "You'd be a lot more sexy if you would pick up your guitar once in a while." That's right. Am I wrong?
Finally, yes. He speaks wife. He knows. He knows.
Right. And maybe write a song about her.
He's a wife whisperer.
Yes, a wife whisperer.
I don't want one myself, but I can train them for other people.
Right. They're like grandchildren. They're fun to talk to with them.
Yeah. Finally, somebody told you now. My God, I'll be referring to this now.
Right.
No, I play drum. I miss drums a lot, but it's the impracticality of them that just over time was just too hard to keep it going. But I do miss them. I would love to get back into drumming. But
do it, man. Do it.
Especially electronic drums today. There's so many options with them. I mean, I love the feel of acoustic drums, but yeah, there is something.
And you play which is your favorite, guitar or drums?
Drums, because it's like they can both be technical, but I just like being able to play more straight ahead play with drums. Guitar.
Well, it's easier to lean a cigarette on the snare than a cigarette in the string of the guitar, I guess. Yeah. Although it looks cooler when there's a cigarette at the end of the guitar.
That's right, just tucked right in there and behind the sixth string. It gives a look. Yeah. I used to work for one of the biggest companies in the world. I did Marshall Pearl Drums Digitech. I was the marketing producer for them for 7 years. And I loved it. I love the music industry, but it's a hard industry to put up with because you work very corporate but deal with very liberal people. It's never work. If you like scheduling, if you like keeping appointments and stuff, you like making things work. True. It's interesting.
Well, this has been just fantastic, and I don't want to cut it short, but how long do you usually go with these things?
Oh, yeah, we're getting down around that point now. I appreciate your time. I just wanted for a few minutes for all the drone people, if we can just hit a couple of quick things about.
Sure, absolutely, yeah.
Because I don't want to leave everybody out. I think we had some questions too.
Well, some, yeah, but I think they're just waiting for the best tips, the best drone, the best.
What you just see coming in the industry. you know the industry better than most people. What do you want to hit people with? What do you see coming for the next year in drones? Any predictions? What's some of the cool things that you're really impressed with right now?
Well, look, all right, I'll say a few things. One, there's no magic drone that's going to make you a better photographer. You have to practice. Yeah, you have to. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed one. every time you light up.
I even wait till you were done your story while ago to do it, but you missed it. So I was trying to.
Right. There's no magic device that's going to make you a better photographer. You just have to work at it. You know, like this thing, everybody's buying this, think it's going to be making their feature films for them, but you just have to practice, and that goes true with drones. If you already have a drone that shoots 4K and you like it, there's no reason to get the latest and greatest thing. Be happy with what you have. There's no reason to keep buying every single DJI product comes out every other month.
Yes.
If you have a drone, it shoots great video, you like the way it looks, you're used to it, then you got 10 batteries for that thing, and keep it. It's fine. You don't have to buy the latest and greatest thing. I would say, of course, 4K will become the normal resolution. 1080 will go by the wayside. Once YouTube starts that tipping point where most videos will be 4K, that's and everybody will get the 4K televisions. This has been a very long transition. If you remember, the transition from regular TV to HD TV was like that, but this is a longer transition just because of bandwidth.
Right.
But that'll be the next thing. We're not going to go to. I don't think I'll live long enough to see 8K and 12K and all that. But apparently, little fun fact: 12K is the tipping point where the human eye can't distinguish reality from video anymore. Apparently, that's what I heard.
Wow, interesting.
That's interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that part. Yeah.
People would argue that point, so don't take my word for it. Depends on the eye too.
Well, do you think drones will soon come, like in the next 3 years, with 8K? Because I mean, like Blackmagic, for instance, is doing 8K right now, but they're then most people are editing down to 4. Do you think it's going to come out soon? One of the Inspires?
8K? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think prosumer drones will remain at 4K for a long while.
Right.
It'll be cost prohibitive because the price will go up too much for people to bother them. Same drone with 4K at up to 8K would be another $2,000-$3,000.
Right.
Just for the sensor.
Yeah.
And I can make a prediction. I do think that the excitement over drones worldwide will settle. I'm sure whenever the toaster was invented and everybody's like, whoa, man, toaster, you could put slices in here and the bread comes, whoa, man. People were flipping out for toasters, and then eventually it's like, okay, yeah, I got a toaster. So that's going to be the thing with drones. And then the diehard people, they'll keep their drones and keep flying, and I'll be one of them. And
well, that's what I wanted to ask you in general. I mean, I know there's the enthusiast side, but as a drone enthusiast, looking at what's on YouTube, do you think that's what kind of is hindering some of the YouTube videos today? Is the regular vloggers are putting away too much drone footage just for the sake of putting in some shots and not really getting creative with them?
Well, it used to be a video that just showed someone's backyard from way up high would get a lot of views and generate a lot of interest. But now we've seen it. We know what our neighborhood looks like from 300 feet.
Right.
We know what everybody's neighborhood looks like from 300 feet.
Yeah.
You have to mix it in.
Yeah.
People are becoming more demanding as far as what they need to be entertained.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah, I mean, if you're into drones, if you're into photography, mix it in. Certainly don't just have all aerial footage. I would say think of aerial footage as icing.
Yeah.
You have the cake, your other footage and everything. Just use little bit of too much icing can ruin a cake.
Yes.
You've had those cakes where it's like 2 inches of icing. Get out of here with your icing.
Exactly. No, and that's a good way of putting it. It's just like in editing as well. Sometimes like people go too hard on the features and lose the base of what the story is. To get lost too much in, I learned 5 new tricks, and the slider always goes to 10 if it's available. It's always right to the max, and it's overdone.
Right. And remember this. When you're looking back at your footage and you're going around that water tower and it's just smooth, you're like, man, this is awesome. It's new to you. Everybody's kind of seen it. You made that. That's great. You're very proud of yourself, but don't leave that on the screen for 3 minutes.
Yes.
I've seen drone videos that are 12 minutes long that could have been 2 minutes long.
Yes.
You want to leave people wanting for more.
Yes.
You show a little bit of an orbit. People can figure out, well, the drone went around the thing probably 4 or 5 times. You don't need to show that. Give people a little bit. Let them crave more. That's what will keep them coming back to your videos.
That is probably one of the best piece of advice I've heard given out to drone footage. Right, what you just said there. That is so well said. And it is, you're right, is that wanting to leave for more, and that's what's missed. And doing multiple edits, different cuts, keeping it interesting, and not doing, like you say, the 3 tours around the same thing. You know?
Right, because you're looking at it, you're like, oh man, this looks cinematic. I'm doing cinematic footage. This is awesome. This looks like a movie.
Yeah.
And by then you've shown 7 minutes of it, and people are over it.
That's a really great. That's yeah. I give our.
We have just a couple questions, if I may, to keep you just for a couple of minutes longer. Is that okay? So we had a question. What would be your suggestion for the first drone that is not expensive? And I will add it to the question right away. My question: how not to crash it in the first 30 seconds of flying it?
Oh, you mean like learning? Get a learning drone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get something without GPS.
Okay.
Get a little Hubson. That's what I learned on. Just a little non-GPS drone. Could have a camera, maybe it doesn't. But if you're flying in the house, a little tiny whoop, that'd be good.
Mm-hmm.
Something without GPS, so that you can learn how to keep it in one place, turn around, know which way it's going and all that, and then you don't have to drop $1,200 out of the sky to learn.
Yes.
Well, that's my question, was because before you came in, I was telling everybody a story how I crashed my son's drone that he got for Christmas, like in the first 30 seconds of flying it. So the question for me was like, if we have now drones, and I'm afraid to touch it because I literally, basically, you can crash it into pieces, thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars in a matter of few seconds. So what is the first thing to not do or to do when you don't know what you're doing with a drone?
I would say just get a drone that doesn't break that easily, and just keep putting it up, and it'll go down, and put it back up again. And it'll go down, and just keep, and put it back up, and it'll go down. The dog will get it out of the dog's mouth, put it back up again. Just keep practicing over and over again.
Okay, sounds good.
Best advice I can give.
As a side note, too, I want to say that I found you did a really fantastic job when the regulations were starting to be more enhanced and the laws for the droning community. You did a great job of always drawing attention to them, I found in that. I wanted to say that as a side note. Even though it wasn't my own country, I appreciated listening to how you were doing that for your viewers and that. I found you took it very seriously.
Oh, yeah, you bet. No problem. And let me give a shout out to another YouTube channel that's really doing a great job of that. His name's Russ. He does a channel called 51 Drones. And he is like all the time putting out, videos about FAA drone rules, and he does a lot more than I do. I'll tackle the large stuff, but Russ, FAA will they'll change their font, and Russ will be on hey, FAA just changed their font. Video. So he's very thorough. 51 Drones.
You were always good at surrounding yourself with good people, aren't you? You've always been able to, but I mean that to as a feather in your hat. I noticed that you've always made sure to have good people around in other channels, good connection with channels that are really doing good stuff.
I have lucked out. I'm able to make friends easily, and I've made some good friends in the community.
Well, it makes it all the more worthwhile to be on here, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we had lots of people asking about the passport, and I don't know what the deal is. They're all asking, when are you getting your passport?
Well, here's the thing. You get your passport at the post office. My post office is right down the street next to the cow. And I went in there, and they say, well, we don't do passports because we're a teeny tiny post office. I said, where do you get the passports? Oh, that's an hour and a half away. Wow. So I have to drive pretty far to do that. Otherwise, I would have it.
That's great. Yeah, well, I grew up in a rural area, so I know where you're coming from on that one.
I think it's just a lot of people wanted you to come to Canada, and that's what the main question was here.
Yes.
Yeah.
You have to have a passport to go to Canada? Because I've been to Canada without a passport. Was that before 9/11?
Yeah, since 9/11, that came out.
Okay, because I remember just walking across, they're like, yeah, okay, have fun, eh?
No, it used to be just driver's license. That was it. That was all. And okay. I was in LA at a trade show, the big music trade show in the world, NAMM, a NAMM show, on when the passport no fly, because it started with planes. It was going the 23rd of January was the first day. It was the day I was supposed to return. And it was the first time I ever lost my passport in my life was the 21st in LA. And I had to fly 2 midnight red eyes to get home before that law went through, or I would have been stuck there for probably 2 weeks trying to get a passport renewal because everybody would have been clamoring because of the new law. So I had to sneak out.
I'll get a passport one of these days.
Yes, because we definitely would love to have you up in Canada someday, that's for sure. So
as a farewell, can you tell us your favorite joke?
Alexa, tell me a joke.
Why was the cat such a great baker?
Why?
He made everything from scratch.
and a cat joke.
That's my favorite joke.
And a cat joke on top of it. You gotta love the irony in there.
There you go.
So what's coming up for your channels? If you could mention what is coming out on Thursday and what is there that people can be looking out for.
Oh, well, Chris Rollins will be co-hosting.
Nice.
I'm going to have the Mari from X Dynamics on Thursday. We're going to talk about why the propeller flew off his drone when I flew it. So that'll be fun. And going to give away a Pixel 3, not Thursday, but next week. And just all the fun and frivolity you've come to know and love.
And I love your name, that tune. What a great way to get past copyright. That was the smartest thing ever, by the way. And I was like,
the 1 second song?
1 second. I'm like, why didn't I never think of that?
Yeah. I kind of wonder what the algorithm's doing. They're like, hey, that song. Oh, it's over. Hey, that's. Oh, it's over.
That was the smart. I mean, we've seen it on radio for years, but to get around it that way, I thought this is genius. Never.
Yeah, you can play 1 second, apparently. Not get hurt. Yeah.
I love it. I'm so glad you're doing lives, and I'm really glad you could join us. And like we say, everybody knows what you do as drone. It was just nice to get more to know you, and it was really awesome having you on.
Well, thanks.
Thank you so much
Thanks
for the
having
laugh.
me. I appreciate it. Here, I'll play myself out.
Okay.
Thanks for stopping by. Now get out.
Wait. Buh and bye.
He's such a morning man. He's so awesome.
He is.
I love
So
him.
so nice to have you. I think we're gonna X him now.
Yeah, I think he wants to do it for him. Oh my God almighty. Well, thank you so much for
We
your
were not
time.
prepared.
Yes. All right, take care, Ken.
That was Ken
thank you for-
Heron, the drone
Oh my
expert,
God.
comedian, and the funniest man on YouTube, I
Yes.
must tell you.
Thank you so much for joining us, Ken.
That was so
awesome.
fun. Thank you so much. Guys, go check him out. There's a lot of that and more on his
Yes.
channel, and every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central on the live streams as well. Hilarious guy. Check out his older videos. There's lots of comedy there as well, and drones, of course, together with some comic flair. Love that so
Oh my
much.
God.
That was awesome.
He's so. He keeps you on your toes.
And there he is in the chat, guys.
Yes.
So go and check him out. Let me give you the wrench.
Yes, we gotta have him, Rich. Thank you so much for joining us once again, Ken. You're awesome. And guys, he talks so much, and he's very accessible. I love his channel, especially his live streams. I'm so hooked on what he's doing.
Oh yeah.
And it was just nice to get to know a little bit more of him. And we haven't done interviews in a couple of weeks. We've had a lot of illness in the family and stuff. So Ken was nice tonight because, I mean, he knows the ropes. He pretty much was running it. So we owe him a lot for that.
Yeah, that's right.
You know.
And I was really looking forward to, like I was saying at the beginning, it didn't really matter that I don't know too much about drones. I know Ken is amazing.
People
So
have been
much
watching
love.
us for a while. If you're especially if you're new here, what we do is try to inspire people to go further in YouTube. And like I say, Ken is one of those people, guys, that you would usually have to pay a lot of money, in my opinion, to go and see to get insight into YouTube. So anything you can grab from somebody like Ken, take it and run with it, honestly. Because if you ever went to VidCon or anything like that, a lot of the guests we've had on, these are the type of people that usually go there to give that's really making a difference. On
Yeah,
this
like
platform.
somebody was mentioning in the chat, are you going to the VidCon in July? We're like, well, literally, we are having our own VidCon here every
right.
time we have an interview because the amazing amount of knowledge and just inspiration, motivation, drive of doing things. that we get from people here on interviews is unbelievable, and we get to ask questions. So that's the good part, one-on-one. And tonight it was Ken. Thank you so much once again. That was really cool.
You're fantastic, and just keep being amazing. And we're going to be celebrating your 100K here very, very soon. So we're all proud of you, and love what you're doing. And we have a lot, guy. We've actually can't say the name right now. We've had 2 Emmy Award winners on here before. We might have an Grammy Award winning guest coming up in the next couple of weeks. We got a few more to do before we end off the season. Yes, our channel's going to probably be going through a lot of bigger change by next fall, and we're going to be doing some testing in between.
Are we going to get some Oscar-winning ones as well? Like try to get everything, Tony Award, Grammy Award, all of that in one?
Oh my God, your money is no good here.
Ken, my God.
Your money is no good here. You don't.
We won't need to bake that one.
I said it. Oh, Ken, you did. And I never got to say at the beginning while you're still in. I thank you for that night when you without even realizing it through your videos, opened me up to this DJI Osmo, and that review you did on the Phantom I was watching, and I was stuck. It was on hold in Nova Scotia. I was buying it from this place, and you were the one that turned the tides for me. The laws were so wonky here; it wasn't worth it at the moment. But the Osmo changed my filming experience. So I owe you a lot for that.
Well,
I
and
really
not
do.
even just a filming experience. I mean, a life experience too. We went into professional photo and videography, and hundreds of clients later. So
thank you
never
for
know what you inspire people to do and change some people's lives too. And that was us a couple of years ago, thanks to your channel. And yes, that's right, guys. You didn't even know.
You guys can go back and see some of everything that's on this channel. From my cinematography, that's all shot solely with the DJI Osmo, and I love that camera because I always had a bit of that shaky hand, and it was the Z-axis. I was talking to Ken about that today, that made it all happen. So I shoot a lot of train stuff in that. I actually have, some of you know already, there's been one video that's been picked up by the Russian media outlet. It's going to be shown on television there to they figure about 15 million viewers. And this one here was picked up. We did the paperwork and everything, and it's on a 2-hour special about traveling in Canada. And this is to celebrate 150 years of railroad in Canada. I made it with my son last year. So yeah, that was all shot with the DJI Osmo. So thank you so much, Trollman Productions. Do appreciate it. Thank you so much for the super chat. Loud for us, but not for them. They're getting the same volume. So there we go. So I brought it down. So yeah, this is going to be shown in about, I think it's 10 or 15 countries. So.
Ken, this is thanks to you.
Yep, thanks to you, Ken. That's right. I don't show my own stuff here much anymore. So yeah, you guys can keep inspiring me.
I think the links are available in the description below as well, and if not, it's on our homepage too, so to go check it out. We did start as a videography channel. For those of you that haven't been here since the beginning, you might want to go and check out what we're all about.
Yep. Sounds like your computer has the echo reverb.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's a Zoom that sometimes does it when we do have a guest, and there's nothing we can do about it. I don't know.
And it's weird because, I mean, it's such a standard for adding the proper video and that, but it just seems once in a while, I don't know what it is with it, and I've been reading in every forum there was, and you know how good that works out sometimes, so. Oh, thank you, Big Rob. Thank you so much. For all you guys, and I was just saying that with Wyman Photography, that's how we first met, was when I was doing those cinematics like that. That's all we did on here. I shot a lot of stuff. I have an obsession with shooting stuff like the mid-2000s, Discovery Channel years, like if anybody remembers, like Monster Machines and stuff like that. That's kind of my niche, I guess you call it, if you will.
Yeah.
I like those, like the There was a lot of heavy echo reverb on Ken too. Really?
Yeah, it's Zoom. It's Zoom. Unfortunately, it happens. We have had it. Usually, it goes away after a while, but it's unfortunately Zoom that does it.
Yeah.
And sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't, and we can't really control that. I don't know. Squirrely Acres, where nuts come together. Well, good evening to you as well. And yes, Kids Connection said we didn't know about the cinematic, so go check it out. There's lots of that there. Check it out.
There's one more of my this is one of my favorites. This is oh, sorry. There. This is his Discovery Channel 2000. I like shooting heavy machinery. That's why I like Paul Martin so much. There we go. Yeah, like I said, I haven't even shared them in a while, so I kind of forget how to do all this stuff. We used to do this more back when, but yeah, we kind of got out of it. But I don't even get to see my own stuff anymore. But I'm going to be shooting lots more this summer. I want to get back into it again. That's one of my goals, so just for ourselves. So. Oh, okay, Big Steve, no problem. I love heavy machinery. That's been my life and that kind of stuff. So it was kind of a normal transition. Planes, trains, and automobiles. There you go. So yeah, that's some of the stuff. So, and also too, guys, make sure to check out our Instagram. You'll see Xenia's photography, and that's how we started all this. Though I was here to promote our business just by doing cinematography work that we didn't do for clients on here, and Xenia was on Instagram doing the same thing just to build up our brand name more. So that's the beginnings of Pusa Studios, I guess, in a nutshell.
Yeah, we talked about that yesterday, you know, how we kind of transformed and became something else that we started with. But, you know, you kind of go with what you have and you change. It's the same as people do. But yes, we started as videography channel. Wouldn't really call it digitally a channel because it wasn't an active participation. But still, we were, and we still are. That's what we do through the day is our photo and video work. Yeah. So go and check that out.
Junk pick. That one is kind of.
Yeah, well, it is.
Yeah.
Because it's public space.
Yeah,
you know,
I wasn't shooting in that one for monetize like money, and if it was a featured thing for Discovery or something like that, then you would most likely go back because that close up onto it. I mean, you'd probably just out of professional courtesy write to them or get some sort of written permission just
if they're in a public space in an environment, in their natural environment, you are permitted to take pictures or the video because I mean, they're together with other objects.
But with the courtesy part, I mean, like if it went on Discovery, you do it just because, for instance, I focused a long time on that one. You would probably just do it just to make things a little more.
Yeah.
But you don't have to.
Yeah,
that's why I say
that.
That's why I put the courtesy part into there.
That's right. So go check it out. Trains, cars, planes, ladies. There's also some girls there. Go check it out.
Yeah, that's right.
That's all over there. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Guys, I hope you had a great time. Ken, well, he was beyond, as always, expected. Absolutely fantastic. So had such a great time with him, such a great chat. And he's an amazing guy. And, you know, I hope the type of people really inspired you to see what you can do on here. And that's why I really want to hit with him about the whole point of finding your own voice, because there are people that do what he does, but I don't feel many do it as good as he does because he brings him into the mix. And that's what really, truly makes him stand out from the rest. Very impressive. I mean, and the numbers are there, and the respect that he gets for what he does on here is there. for that simple reason. So it's great. No selfies. Right. You bring up a very, very good point. Let's get you up here. There we go, guys. Oh, so we can bring our music back on now. There we go. We have Elena, West Haven, always and forever with lots of family. Oh my God, look at that. Head over to Live Inspiration. Love you guys. Kaylee and George. Such great pictures.
So sweet.
Awesome. That's a great photo. Awesome. Where did the music go? Oh, there we go. There. My God, that's so creepy without music now. There we go. And there is Dave, guys. There he is. Pucha Studios is live now with drone interview tips. I'm showing off my fig tree. He's very excited with his fig tree this year. I know this is really
it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, it's very cool. Dave is such an amazing person. If there was different levels for selfies, like he is top of the line, like whatever name we could come up with. Yeah, gold wrench status, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
It is awesome. And there's Vexicor. I was bored, so I made my own edit. Wow.
Nice.
Holy cow. Wish I was that bored to be able to pull off work like that. Always amazing, Vexy. Always amazing. Thank you so very much. Absolutely awesome. And there he is, guys. There he is. Looking forward to seeing Ken Heron tonight on Pucha Studios. Here's some eye candy for Ken. He doesn't have one of these. That is true. That is true. And you worked so hard to get it, and we are so proud of you, Gary. You did amazing. Congratulations to you. That is absolutely awesome. And then we have coffee music here. Didn't have a selfie, so I took a screenshot of a project I was working on in live today. All those watching, smash the like button. Love you all. Blessings your way, and coffee. You're so awesome. Coffee, there's these channels that you just met recently, but they're so amazing, like to us.
Yes, I know.
We're the luckiest people for so many great channels. Oh, there he is. Wow, haven't got a selfie from you in a while. I think this is your first one of them.
Yeah, SMT Model Trains.
Yes.
Love seeing you. Look at that display.
Yeah. I love going to his live stream, guys. He's such a nice young fellow and always welcoming to everybody that comes in, and he does a fantastic job. And it's so nice to see a young person into something with such passion. So really enjoy. Thank you so very much. I'm glad you got to get one up tonight. It's nice to see you up here. And there's Chills with the backseat drivers. How are you?
Oh, look at that. It's a cuteness overload there. Yep. Love that.
Oh, you guys are so awesome. These Blue Wrench, so like I say, guys, they've become such an integral part of our channel. We get to see so much of you guys onto it, and you guys open us more and more up in your lives and everything going on and stuff like that. It is absolutely awesome. You guys are fantastic.
Well, we haven't done something in a while, and I thought we could do that today, is a raid.
Let's do it.
Let's do it from Pucha with Love.
Yep.
Raid. We used to do that every night. Let's do that today as well. Let's jump over to McCartney Survival, who's live right now, and show some love to him. Don't forget to add from Pucha, hashtag from Pucha with Love when you enter the chat. Be nice. Respect each other.
Oh, SMT, no worries. You did awesome. And guys, before you go, though, please hit the like button. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe, so we can see you guys again, enjoy many more times together. Thank you so much for coming. Big thank you to our guest, Ken Heron, who is absolutely fantastic, guys. I mean, how's a guy like that he's just always on, so there's no way he could disappoint. So.
Oh, yes, guys. And if you just clicked on us now, go and check our replay.
Yes.
It's really lots of laugh and just a great time altogether.
Oh, well, Papa Docs, it was nice to see you, though, but we'll see you again. If you get a chance, watch the replay with Ken Heron. It was fantastic. He was awesome. So I'm sure you all know already.
All of his social media, and the link is down below in the description. Go check it out. Follow him on Facebook and Instagram. Most of his updates are there, and check out his website as well. That's all down below in the description.
Have a great night, guys. Thank you so much for joining us, and always remember, keep creating, guys. Be well.